Two very good, very young friends of mine were waiting for me back at the base. Lou James and the gal he was planning to marry, Mary Carter.
Mike, we have something to talk to you about.
You have, huh?
Right.
Well, walk me back to my car.
Sure.
Okay.
Gosh, it's great to see you guys.
Oh, great to see you.
How's our gal, huh, Mary?
Oh, not so good. Your friend Lou here's been giving me a lot of trouble.
Oh, you have, huh? Well, what do you got to say for yourself, boy?
Nothing. It's just that
It's just the little matter of a wedding ceremony. If he doesn't marry me soon, I'm going to have to adopt him.
Mike, I have exactly $28.75 in the bank, and she wants to get married.
Your bank account didn't propose to me, dear. You did.
Don't worry, Angel. If this deal works out, everything will be just the way you want.
What deal?
Mike, please let Lou go down and take one more look before you blow up the Helen Sea.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Oh, see what you can do, Mike, please. And then Lou will either find what he's looking for or he'll stop dreaming about it.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Hi, Mary.
Mike, where's Lou?
He'll be along in a minute. Nice guy you got here.
No, it's Dad's. He didn't find anything, did he?
No, it's kind of rough on him, too. You be gentle with him now, huh?
Oh, look, Mike. I expect to go along with Lou for the rest of my life. Bound to be some rough times.
There he is.
Hi.
Well, I'll see you two, huh?
So long.
I found them.
The jewels? You did?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you tell Mike?
Well, I didn't want him to know. I want to surprise him.
Why?
Well, because he'll want to help me. I want to do this alone. Remember all those people he said searched that ship from stem to stern?
Yeah?
Well, they just didn't know how, that's all.
Well, where are the jewels?
Well, I couldn't get them. I need a crowbar to pry a plate loose to get in the hull. But first thing tomorrow morning.
Lou, they're gonna blow that whole thing up tomorrow morning. Mike! Mike?
Oh, hi, Mary.
Mike, I've got a secret that I really shouldn't tell anyone, but I'm dying to tell you. Give me some encouragement.
Okay, you're encouraged.
And a promise that you'll never, ever tell anyone that I told you.
Scout's honor.
Mike.
But-
Helicopter just reported a speedboat anchored directly over the wreck.
Is that your secret? That Lou was going out there again this morning?
Look, Mike, Lou found what he was looking for, but don't worry, he's got plenty of time.
Time for what? To kill himself? All he has to do is to trip my demolition wires. We better get him out of there right away.
Mike, Commander Brady, may I go with you? Look, if Lou's in trouble, I have to be there.
What do you say?
All right, I'll make an exception.
Come on! You keep your chin up.
Where's Lou? Is he hurt, Mike?
Give me a hydraulic jack.
What happened to him? Tell me.
He's trapped behind a steel plate. I'll get him out with that jack.
Mike!
Don't worry now, Mary.
Lou, are you all right?
Thanks to Mike, I am.
Thank you, Mike.
Ah, forget it. Well, that's enough for a marriage license. And a one-day honeymoon. Isn't it, Mary?
It sure is, Mike. Lou.
There were three of us. Liz Brenner, whom I had known for a long time, Stan Brenner, her husband, whom I hardly knew, and myself.
Come on, let's go.
How about lunch first?
Well, later. We only have half a day left.
It doesn't include lunch?
Well, sure, but let's check out the pool first. That's what we came for.
Partly, and we came here to relax and enjoy ourselves, too. Mike, do you think a priceless relic can replace a husband?
No. But it's nice to think that you might end up with both.
Or neither one? Mike, don't be uncomfortable with me. We know each other too well for that. And besides, maybe you can help me.
Ah.
Stan has become obsessed. Obsessed with the idea of racing to do everything. Everything there is to do, never stopping. He doesn't even stop long enough to think or remember that he's married. What makes a man act that way, Mike?
Depends on the man. I don't know your husband that well. I mean, well enough to know how he ticks. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. Very sorry. Mike? Mike, how far away are we from the nearest island? I mean, from the nearest line of communication.
About 15 miles. Why, you nervous?
No. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I'm very, very happy.
Good. Don't mind if I leave you alone for a while, no?
No. If he ever tells you why about anything, let me know, will you, Mike?
Hey, this world moves pretty fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, too fast to get off. But I think I've found a way to stop it, or at least slow it down.
Yeah? Well, I'm gonna stop him right now.
My gear's back on the beach. Wait, and I'll go with you.
No. I want to check that pool out first myself.
Okay, well, I'll be here when you get back.
Okay.
Mike! Mike, what is it?
You passed out down there. I don't know what it is yet.
Stan. Mike, why is he talking that way? What's wrong with him?
Does he have diabetes?
Why would you ask that?
I've seen people act this way when they need insulin. Where's he keep it? Tell me, you want him to die?
I don't know. Mike! Mike, the boat, it's...
Yes, what?
I sank it, Mike. I sank the boat.
You sank the boat?
I didn't know he had diabetes. I only wanted time for Stan to stop. Time for us to find ourselves again. Only a few hours or maybe even a day. You got it, Mike? Thank God. Can I help?
Has he been out all the time?
Yes. He's been perfectly quiet. What's the matter, Mike?
The boat radio.
It's been underwater. It won't work.
It's a transistor type. It might work.
The boat's gone.
No, not gone, Stan. Sunk. I sank it deliberately. I opened the petcocks and set it adrift. I was worried about us, Stan, because it wasn't us anymore, and I wanted that again for your sake as well as mine. I wanted you to stop and think.
Don't play with my life. Don't ever play with my life again.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm with you.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am, Mike. I know the dive for that radio's going to be rough, and, well, anyway, I've made up my mind.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, in that case, I can use some help.
How rough was the dive for that insulin? Insulin. That's what I said, Stan, and get used to it because you'll hear it lots more. I don't think it's such a terrible word. As a matter of fact, I'm very grateful for it, and I think you should be too.
Liz.
Brief me, Mike.
It's gonna be a deep one for you, Liz. 150 feet.
How much time do you have once we get there?
5 minutes, maximum.
My job?
Now you better get the aerial. You better use a wrench, too, huh? The
Yeah.
tools are in the boat locker. I'll get the radio.
How soon, Mike? How soon after we send the signal could a plane be here?
Well, I'd say within an hour. We're lucky these batteries were sealed. As soon as it dries off, we'll be in.
Mike, I'm gonna go find Stan and tell him.
Okay.
Mike, I can't find Stan and his gear's gone. You don't think...
I was still wondering if he'd gotten anything more valuable on the trip.
Mike told me about the radio. We're in business again, huh?
We're in business. You decided to make another dive, Stan. To get what you came for?
No. To keep a promise.
Here. Here's your promise.
Stan, it's marvelous.
I don't know how priceless it is.
I do. At least it is to me.
He and his daughter, Peg, were good friends of mine.
Mike.
Hi, Peg.
Mike, thanks so much for coming.
Oh, sure, thanks, sure.
Just received from the Coast Guard. Captain Moss of the freighter Felix reports that he found the Arundel totally abandoned when he reached Morisco Shoals a few moments ago. The Arundel's skipper, Tom Nicholson, was not on board, apparently a casualty of the storm. The Felix is now proceeding for port with the Arundel in tow. We return you to Musical Medley.
What did he do?
We were hoping you'd be able to find out, Mr. Webster, and clear his name.
Have you any idea how rough that might be on you?
I don't care.
You do know what Captain Moss said in his affidavit, don't you?
Yes, but I'm
Yes,
sure...
will do, thank you. And if the court finds that, in fact, the Arundel was abandoned, do you know that he's entitled to as much as a third of her value as salvor? Do you know that?
Of course I do.
So, if the court approves this salvage claim, you may have to pay Moss as much as $1 million. That's more than your equity in the vessel, so you'll lose it.
I don't care about that. My father did not abandon his ship.
You know that to be a fact?
I know my father. He was a brave man. He was decorated 3 times in Korea.
Do you also know for a fact that he wasn't swept overboard?
He rode out worse storms than that dozens of times.
And you know for a fact that he wasn't the victim of an accident or a mistaken judgment?
Well, no.
Isn't it possible, then, that he wasn't on board when Moss reached the shoals?
Anything's possible, but in this case...
In this case, you have no basis in fact, do you, for disputing Captain Moss's claim? Do you?
Well, I don't have any proof.
Thank you, Miss Nicholson. That will be all.
What do you mean, Mr. Webster? That isn't all. What do you mean, Mr. Webster? Maybe you were right, Todd. Maybe we don't have a case.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Yeah, boss.
For winning the case?
And
betcha.
for clearing my father's name.